into... Get back into this. Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff. Oh, yeah. Like that. Open world map. That. And we're going. Okay. Oh, let me turn this. Okay. Okay.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares.
Don't you mean eye?
Besides,
Gav only has
he
one
has a knack
eye.
for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Oof.
We will face it together then.
Oof.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines. Yeah, I did turn it up. I'll turn it up some more.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely.
Okay.
Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Let's see. Gameplay. Okay. Okay. That should be better. I think I can like take a shortcut straight through the woods. Oh yeah, we could pull right on.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Oh no. Oh, Black Shield.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Oh
All
wow.
right, I heard you.
Let's talk to the youth.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Okay.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You heard Torgal. Just growling at people. What a good man. Okay.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know,
How'd you get it?
but we need to find out.
Oh shit. Firebrands. Cool name. That doesn't need
Greetings,
us.
friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
I wonder who we're looking for. I think it's Joshua. That'd be pretty cool if it were Joshua.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Oh, whoa.
We're not alone.
Ever since the Apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these.
Ramu is so cool. Can we all agree?
The mother crystal's collapsed.
Good idea. You're going to like it.
I don't know whose spells I like more between Ifrits, Garudas, and Ramus. Do you guys have a favorite? Yeah, Ramu is no Ifrit. Ramu is cool though. Those spells are sick. Ooh, these are big. I was gonna say, I thought these were creatures. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-ba. Rock, get out of my way. Damage reduction? Oh. All I spec'd into was that giant flame of pillar. I haven't done anything else with my points, honestly. I should probably do that. After we finish this little segment, I'll look into leveling myself, like spells. I like totally forgot about that, actually. Look, test. I think Diana's W. Oh, that's cool. Also, you can stop the game at any point and pet Torgal.
More of my mother's men. This one.
Bam. Get him, Torgal. Easy. Alright. Oh. Okay, I want to get this item. Oh. Damn it, I should have known. Bam, baby. Mom's the big bad. I'm not gonna be pleased.
Blood, Clive.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
And still wet.
Oh no.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Oh no, I'm eating chips. Stop.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel.
Yeah.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Oh.
On these, our swords we swear.
Sounds very paladin-esque.
Say that again. I'll show you a true sorcerer's area.
So noble, but I guess they believe in what they're doing. I'm not saying spiritual. It's a long monologue. I know, right? Just a big nobody gets more speaking lines than like Joshua. Common that many who find themselves no more villains to many. Well, I mean, I think the saddest part of all of this is these guys are villainous, but they're just members of the army. They're just doing their job. Like, what's their choice? You know, to not provide for their families, to not have a job. I mean, I get that it's corrupt. I guess to stand against with the rebellion or like try to infiltrate from the inside. I don't know. It's tough. And here are my chips.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you? We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps.
What?
They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Make for the Ald Hill docks. Alright. We need to get this quest though. I know we're on like a time crunch because like people's lives are, but we need to loot that side thing. They'll understand. Oh my gosh, I just like coughed with my mouth shut. It hurt my throat.
Find something, boy. Death.
And this game is no stranger to death. It's like one of the, I think this is the darkest Final Fantasy game.
Found her.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This was my mother's doing.
Oh my gosh.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her. And I will end it.
I was just about to say, what happened to Mother that she's like this? Why is she so cruel?
We should go.
Yes.
What's the reason behind it?
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Oh, oops. Wait, isn't this where we are? Oh, we're here, where we're supposed to.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
What the hell is this? Oh. People are just here so close.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Death is actually a grace in these kinds of circumstances. Someone is corrupted so deeply that this level of cruelty, except perhaps death will free them of such pain and agony, you know? I mean, we already knew she was really fucked up when she just, like, her first... I mean, I think it really, like, what blows my mind because... I don't know. Like, she... Her firstborn child, she was so quick to disregard. And I can't fathom all of the work that goes in to having a baby, and then to just being like, oh, well,
The
our
Lazarus.
dominant
What happened to this place?
didn't pick them.
My mother happened.
They're trash. And then
nobles
they
who lived
discard
here
us,
didn't
Act
stand a
1.
chance. Let's
And
hope
then all of
Uncle
this,
Fred
I don't even understand. my goodness. I keep
That's the
thinking
main
we're gonna
gate.
have something
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
like answers, but it just feels like we just keep getting sadness.
Let us pass! The children are starving!
Have mercy.
Voice-rinse dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out bears than in here!
More than enough room to fit in!
Hang you chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Okay.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
I don't know. I
The
don't know.
good
That's a
news
good
is we
question.
haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Didn't they say we were the people they were looking for? What? You okay there, buddy? Like, what?
Now we know why the refugees didn't come here.
Keep looking then.
Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
You know, I was thinking that. I'm curious as to if our mother is possessed by the stuff that wanted to possess us, and that's why they're drawn to us, because
Not abandoned then.
we are half of our mother.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Damn. Really want to fuck with us? We're just turn into Ifrit there. They're just like, oh, my bad.
That's it.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Tyler? Oh my gosh, guys.
Forgive me, my lord.
Oh!
I knew not whom I addressed.
Oh
you
my
have
God.
naught to fear from us.
No way!
Founder, it really is you.
Ah! This is lovely.
It is. So wait.
Oh my gosh. Our people! When we were kids! That was the last time we saw them. We were like 16.
We can speak inside.
Wow.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire.
Oh my gosh.
But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
It is, Wade.
Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
It's crazy.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Oh my gosh.
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Holy shit. Who's the son? Do you think it's Bahamut?
This is their main
Do you think that's
host.
her son?
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Crazy.
Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Welcome back, Wade.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
All right.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
Now let's see
You
what you got to
are
buy.
welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
Yeah, I don't think I can change my gear because I'm wearing stuff my dad gave me. I don't think that's...
It has been an honor.
No, I know,
Allow
but
me to
won't it
tend to
change
your
what I
needs,
look like?
my lord. Of course, my lord. It has been an honor.
Well, I was planning on not changing my outfit. Okay, I still look like dad. Is there a blacksmith here? I don't think so.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Let's do it. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Alright. Oh, I can't travel. Okay.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
That's crazy
How
that
long
we
have you
found
been
our
pursuing
people.
the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind.
Wow.
Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Uh-oh. Oh, these are just the refugees.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Let's do it. Gosh. Okay. These people look like Cersei's warriors.
What
you
is
know?
it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Wild.
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Oh, they fell pretty fast.
Bloody hell!
Where did this
Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for.
It's so cool.
More dragons.
I think the last time I felt this cool playing a game when like we turn into that was like when I was a Pokemon trainer when I was a child and I would like feel like I was actually training the Pokemon and making when he like does that roar, I'm like amped. Gonna be a big guy that's coming out. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be another Dragoon.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
I mean, it does need cleansed, that's for sure. But I think it's bold for people to assume what is worthy being cleansed and what's not. I think we all can cleanse the parts of ourselves that need cleansed, and that's the cleansing that's needed. That would require every person to hold themselves accountable for themselves. They must feel blasphemous saying that. I've struggled with that my whole life. So cool. I need like the audio voiceover. So cool. I'm quite family.
So wait! There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
Hello?
You mean finish him?
Combat is very fun in this game, actually. I usually hate combat, but I think this is one of my favorite. I think this might be my favorite combat game that I've ever played. This is way more fun than like Dark Souls and stuff like that. The combos in this are so cool. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Somebody's yelling in the background. I don't think he knows that we won. Lady Jill.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We
Horrible.
battle to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Okay.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your
Oh
comrades'
my gosh,
endeavors?
this is who we were looking
Since
for.
the beginning.
Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians.
Oh my gosh,
And
how
had
cool.
I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
Another seal.
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
The burnt blade from Wade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Wade the blade.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Gosh, this is just... I think this is one of the most moving games I've ever played in my life. Every scene just moves my heart. Our uncle's house, how lovely. Well, more like his estate.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant
Maybe something
to
they
her
played when they
serene
were little.
holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshard. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Oh. So precious.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once.
Oh my goodness, look at his eyes.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on,
Look at that smile! Oh my gosh, we haven't seen Clive smile in like the whole game!
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
Oh my goodness.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Rutherford, my sword, please.
This will be fun.
He's probably gonna die. Can't love anyone in this freaking hellish game. There's too much joy here. Short-lived. Don't get attached. Keep it at a distance. I'm scared.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung a sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Ooh.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Okay. All right. Okay. Your beam.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Hold on 1 second.